We're back. Let's do this.
You changed your outfit.
I did. I had to give equal love to all characters of Gravity Falls. And hopefully I'll be able to...
When are you gonna dress up as Mabel, or is that me?
That's you got the Mabel thing down right now.
I need a sweater. If anybody wants to get me a sweater with something on it, I'll wear it. Does it make it really big? Like Mabel's?
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Ready?
Let's do this.
The Time Traveler's
Let's
Pig?
do it. Yeah. The Time Traveler's Pig.
I have so many questions.
All right. Hello, and welcome to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, Cailin Clothier. With me is my co-host.
Hi.
It's Dara.
Hi, it's Dara. We're back.
Dara's here, and we're here, and we're still talking about Gravity Falls.
And Cailin changed.
Yeah. Now I'm rocking the windy look.
I didn't have any other clothes, so I don't know. I guess I could be Zeus.
Yeah, sure. I'm digging the Mabel look, so I think you should keep with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are here. We're talking about season 1 still. We are on episode 9, The Time Traveler's Pig, and episode 10, Fighters.
Yes.
Excellent. Very nice. Okay. So let's start off with the Time Traveler's Pig. What'd you think?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know.
You don't know?
I had fun.
Mm-hmm.
There was bits I liked. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I liked it.
So do you want to get into it, and then we'll kind of see what happens? All right. So we are here. We are at the Mystery Shack, of course. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in past episodes, but if you remember in Headhunters, which was episode 3, when they were up on the roof fighting, the big S in Mystery Shack fell over, so now it says Mystery Hack.
Yeah.
It still says Mystery Hack, so they never actually put the S back.
I'm not surprised, because that costs money.
That does cost money, and Stan's not about costing money. But, so just so you know, the Mystery Shack is the Mystery Hack. They don't call it that. It's still a Mystery Shack, but it looks like Mystery Hack, and it hasn't really changed at all, even as we keep going through this season. So,
Carnival?
There she is, Mabel. The cheapest fare money can rent. I spared every expense.
I think the sky tram is broken. Also, most of my bones.
Ha! You got it rigged from here to Timbuktu. There's nothing on Earth that could knock me down.
Yeah, except for like a futuristic laser arm cannon.
Hey, you haven't seen my...
The mission is proceeding as planned. Over.
Wait. Hold on.
there it is.
We're like a minute in, and I'm so confused. What is going on? People are gonna die at this carnival, aren't they? It's like,
That's like a really dark way to go. It's like, it's going to go in the direction of the murder. Stan has prepared a mystery fair, so he's basically rented everything as cheaply as he can, so it's kind of this,
people are gonna
carnival.
die.
Yeah, people are probably gonna die, because there's, he spared every expense, and he got some fake safety inspection certificates. So.
Well, literally, apparently there was a sky thing.
The sky
Zipper
tram.
was on it, and then it fell,
Yeah.
and I'm like, Zipper could have died if this wasn't a cartoon.
He could have died.
And he said he broke every bone in his body, but he could still walk.
Yeah, so he just rub some dirt in it. It's fine. It'll be fine. You're good. And so, so Mabel asks if it's legal. Stan says anything's legal if the cops are present. So,
I don't.
So in preparing for the carnival or the fair, Seuss rigs the dunk tank, so because Stan's going to be in the dunk tank, and he wants people to spend money, but he doesn't want to get wet. So what better way than to rig it?
He's
so
so like Mr. Krabs. He's is really cheap about stuff, but then what does he do with the money that he makes?
That's a great question. That's a really good question.
Are we gonna find out?
I don't actually know.
Oh, you're like, that's a good question. I'm like, is that anything to do with the thing in his basement? With the keypad, because that looked expensive. So
that does look expensive, doesn't it?
Yeah, and he's still all what's going on with his fantasy stuff, but I'm like, you know.
He knows.
He knows something.
Right? He's got to know something. He can't, I feel like he can't spend that much time in Gravity Falls without figuring out something.
By the way, I just
right?
thought he's the, so Stan's their great uncle.
Yes.
On what side of the family? Mom or dad?
It would be dad because his last name is Pines and the kids' names are Pines. So
there's something with the dad that like he might know something. Like, did he spend vacations in Gravity Falls? And then turned him into the man he is today, whoever that may be. I mean, they don't seem like bad parents. It's kind of like, hey, you're going to hang out with your uncle.
But they are very out of focus. So
yeah, but I'm not saying because it doesn't seem like, well, let's just like hand over the kids. Kind of like go hang out with your uncle for the summer.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I need to know this stuff.
Sort of. I know. You raise a lot of good questions.
I do, and I want to know how many of them are going to be answered.
That's a great question as well. We'll see.
Can you like answer me that's like by the end of the show, or like is like at least like majority of the questions going to be answered?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in one way or another, either directly or indirectly.
Okay.
So. I know it's going to be very exciting once we get there, but we are not there yet.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Well, halfway close.
Episodes. We're on our way. We're on our way.
You just sniffed into the thing.
What?
You just sniffled.
Did I?
Yeah, you're like.
I think no. I was inhaling spittily.
Okay.
So anyway. So Seuss has rigged the dunk tank, and he says that only some kind of futuristic ray gun would be able to do it. I wonder if we'll ever see one in this episode.
Yeah,
considering it's called the Time Traveler's Pig.
Probably not.
So Seuss suggests that Stan says that they're missing a screwdriver. Seuss says something paranormal may have taken it. Stan doesn't really appreciate
and like
that
the weird
comment.
music plays, so I'm like, what's up with the screwdriver?
Yeah, and so we see there's this guy, weird looking bald guy, who is taken and he's fixing his watch, which is a little peculiar.
And it can like camouflage itself?
Yeah, he has like some kind of cloaking device where it phases through the different kind of backgrounds that we see on the show, which is strange.
Mm-hmm.
Peculiar.
How do they get them into this shape? It's unnatural.
But Dipper, they're so delicious?
Isn't this amazing? I just dove in. I said, hey, you want to hang out at the fair? And you know what she said?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so. It totally
Where'd
worked.
your
All your
corn
advice
dog?
about just
Question
going
mark go?
for it, it's finally paying off.
When are you going to learn, Dipper? I'm always right about everything. Hey, do you smell a gallon of body spray?
Hey, either you dorks
Son
see
of a-
Wendy around?
Yeah, you know, I think I saw her in the bottomless pit. You should really go jump in there.
Oh.
Maybe I will, smart guy.
Yeah.
Right.
I have questions
Reporting
about
you
guys who wear
every
tight
step of the-
pants.
Oh my gosh, a pig!
What?
He said Mabel! Either that or doorbell. Did you say Mabel or doorbell?
Oh, look. Mabel here found her
Shut
real
up.
twin.
Ah, 15-poundy. So, how much you guessing he weighs?
15 pounds?
Are you some kind of witch? Well, here's your pig.
Look at him.
And you'll be needing these. No?
How dare
Do it
you?
yourself.
What?
Everything is different now.
But at the fair, we got some normal things going on. Besides this weird guy that we don't know anything about, we have Dipper and Wendy are hanging out. They're having a good time. Dipper's pretty excited because all he did was just ask Wendy if she wanted to go to the fair, and she was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
And they're eating
fine.
some corn dogs shaped as question marks, or as I
Which is
like
great.
to call them, corn dogs.
Delicious. So that's really good. They're having a good time, and like, really, what more could you want?
I keep finding it interesting. Like they're setting it. I don't know if it's like they're setting it up like they're like it's like a will they won't they relationship kind of thing. Even though the age difference is kind of iffy with right now.
I always thought they set it more up as just like Dipper pines, is pining hard.
Yeah, but Wendy. I
Wendy.
mean, like, granted, Wendy is kind of go along with it.
Yeah,
But like she clearly like likes Dipper like as a person.
they're buddies.
Yeah.
They're buddies. So when he steps away for a second, Robbie comes in, and it's kind of clear that there is there's kind of like a rivalry building between Dipper and Robbie,
Yeah.
because they both feel some kind of way about Wendy.
Robbie
And
has
really,
a
who
better
doesn't?
chance because they're kind of the same age.
They are the same age, yeah,
Are they exactly the same age? Is he like 16?
probably like around there.
All right.
So Dipper decides he's got to keep Robbie Wendy apart because they can't be together. Like it's got to be him and Wendy.
No, look,
not
they
Robbie
can
and
be
Wendy.
together, but then she's gonna learn that he's kind of a douche.
He is, yeah. We see more that Robbie's he's kind of a jerk. Really.
You know what
he's
he
not
is?
nice.
He's like literally almost every guy I would like kind of have a crush on in high school, like maybe like closer to middle school age, and then like you get to know them and you're just like,
oh
no,
nah,
no, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I feel like and like Wendy's just like Wendy's a bit too chill, so like she's gonna go along with it. And,
yeah,
like,
she doesn't really care.
It doesn't seem like she's that into Robbie, honestly.
Yeah, she seems like she's like getting along with him, but like. But like, yeah, she's not like crazy about him.
No, like I feel like if Robbie wanted to go further, she would be like, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, like she seems like super into casual, but also she's dated like a bunch of guys,
That's
so
true.
like probably doesn't faze her at this point. But Mabel has her own important quest she has to embark on, which is winning a pig. So they have a stand. You guess the weight of the pig, and you can take him home. So she is able to guess the weight of old 15-poundy. It's amazing she is able to do that. She's like some kind of witch or something.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out.
So that's when we're introduced to one of the most important characters of the series, in my opinion, is Waddles. If not only because he's very cute.
But we didn't get the part from the theme song where she's like hugging with the pig and then the pig.
Yeah. So now you know. That's
I think I've seen that obviously, and then I've seen the thing. I think like Dipper hugging Waddles. That meme. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. Probably.
Anybody?
There's probably a gif of it somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen that gift.
Wait, now I have to. Oh yeah, what episode is that? I think I know what episode that is.
Okay.
I think.
But so we get Waddles.
Yes.
We have an interaction with Pacifica again.
Oh yeah.
That bitch.
That Pacifica's still around. We have like 3 episodes in a row of her, which is crazy.
She doesn't even do that much in this episode except for like later on.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think she makes fun of Mabel again. I forget what happened.
Yeah, she makes fun of Mabel because something about her and a pig, whatever. Who cares, Pacifica?
The point is, Mabel has a pig. His name is Waddles, and he's adorable.
Exactly. Back to that other plot thing, whatever.
I don't know if it's a duck or a panda, but I want one.
It's an
My
abomination.
uncle taught me the secret to these games. You aim for the carney's head and take the prize when he's unconscious.
Nice.
Do it! Win it for Wendy!
Oh my gosh, Wendy, are you okay?
Does it look swollen?
Everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry. I'll go get some ice.
Oh, baby.
That's really sweet. The gesture and the flavored syrup.
Yeah, I was just here in the right
That's not
place
good
at
for
the
your
right
eye.
time.
Probably not.
You know, I've been meaning to ask you. We've been spending a lot of time together, and I was wondering if maybe you wanted to go out with me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sweet!
She's not into it, though.
Aw.
Look, Dipper, I won my pet pig. His name is Waddles. I call him that because he waddles.
Waddles?
Everything is different now.
So as they're hanging out, Dipper and Wendy find a stand with like this like stuffed animal who like is a creature of indeterminate species.
Is it a Plata-Panda?
Yeah.
Plata-Panda?
Is it a bear? Is it a platypus bear? So
I'm gonna call it a Plata-Panda.
Plata-Panda. I actually really like that.
Yay!
I think that's a really good name for it. So the Plata-Panda, it's at one of those things where you just knock over the bottles and then you win it. So Dipper goes and Wendy wants it. Like she really wants that Plata-Panda.
I always wondered,
She's stoked about it.
can you just buy it?
No.
Really?
No.
You don't think if you
You fool?
I'm just thinking if you gave the person enough money,
Mm-hmm.
they just because that's the point of the thing is to make money.
Right.
So why not just spend $20? Because
Yeah.
that's how much you probably do it anyway. I don't play them in a carnival games, or I guess they're at amusement parks too.
Yeah. Like you go Dorney or Hershey or something.
Yeah, I think I got one at Six Flags. I got a whale.
Nice.
I think I was a kid, so my dad just paid enough money for me to get something.
Nice. Very nice. So, so Dipper, he gets his ticket, and the guy says he only has one chance. And that's
Yes.
kind of something that we hear
I thought he was going to go for the head of the guy. Like, could he describe something where it stands like?
So the Grunkle Stand method of winning carnival prizes is to aim for the carny's head, and then as he's passed out, you can just take whatever you want.
Yeah.
Which is a great way of doing it.
I honestly thought that's where it was going to go.
But somebody else does get hit. So he throws it, it bounces off, and it comes back, and it hits Wendy right in the eye.
Aww.
So Dipper freaks out. He goes to run to get some ice. As he's running, he bumps into that strange bald man again. And as he's all kind of caught up with that, Robbie comes over, and he has he's like a snow cone that he can use as like ice.
Yeah.
And while he's there, he asks Wendy to go out with him, and she says, "Yeah, sure."
But like the problem with the snow cone is that now there's going to be like syrup in her eyes. Mm-hmm. That's also gotta hurt.
Yeah. So
like a snow cone's not really the best thing ice wise.
But it's the thought that counts.
That's true. Actually, it wasn't a bad gesture. Like
no, yeah.
Like to be fair, like Robbie's a douche, but that really wasn't a bad gesture. Like he saw somebody who was injured, and he just like did like he was gonna eat that snow cone. Now he can't eat it anymore
because it was in somebody's eye.
Yeah. So like technically, that wasn't nice. That was nice.
It was a nice gesture. So we can see why Wendy, agrees to go out with him.
Also, because she's Wendy, she just doesn't care.
It's true.
Like I personally don't think Robbie's like a bad guy. I just think he's a douche, and that's like there's a difference. Like doucheness can go away at some point
because he's a teenager.
God, he's like
teenagers,
and he's like a punk teenager.
Oh yeah,
who like thinks and like who's all like I don't even remember. I just know I've met guys kind of like that, and like either don't talk to them anymore, or like some of them have like I've seen them on Facebook and like they've seen to actually become better people. Like if you just become a better person, because like high school's not your life.
It's true. Remember, kids, high school ain't shit. Do whatever the hell you want.
The more you know.
The more you know.
That's what I'll put the animation in.
Love and corn dogs.
Are you gonna move?
Page and Dr. Waddles, we got a boy here with a broken heart. Come on, man. These are the jokes.
Mabel, do you ever wish you could go back and undo just one mistake?
Nope. I do everything right all the time.
Hey, you! Tool belt! You ruined my life! Huh? Don't hand me. I've seen you before. What's your deal? Are you following us around?
And why are you bald? What's that all about?
No! Who told you that? Memory wipe!
This is a baby wipe.
All right, you've cornered me. I'm a time traveler.
What?
So wait a minute.
You shut your time mouth!
Is this making any sense to you?
I think he's just crazy.
Oh, you don't believe
what
me?
What else is new?
Guess where I was?
Whoa!
That's right. 15 years ago, there was a costume store right here. 1 second. Oh, heck. Pat down.
So, who are you again?
Blendin'. Time anomaly removal crew, year 2012. My mission is to stop us. One, please.
Sorry, dude, but you're gonna have to take your belt off for the ride. One of your tools might fly off and accidentally fix something.
Take it.
Like a hawk.
Here it is, Mabel. Our ticket to any moment in history.
Let's go get 2 dodos and force them to make out.
No! We gotta be smart about this.
Wait, what happened?
So the rest of the day, Wendy and Robbie go off to go have fun
in the love tunnel of corn
dogs. The tunnel of love and corn dogs.
So do they get a corn dog?
That's a great question.
Or is it just in a corn dog?
I think they're just loving the corn dogs. So Dipper is pretty depressed the rest of the day.
Yeah.
He just hangs around being super depressed.
But on the plus side, Mabel has a pig.
Mabel has a pig, and his name is Waddles. What more could we possibly want?
Exactly, Dipper.
But Dipper, he's not happy, and he just wants to change one little thing. He just wants to change one little thing so he can, fix what he did so he didn't hit Wendy and keep Robbie away from her, and it would all just be perfect if he could just do that one thing.
Even though like Wendy still wouldn't date him.
No, but he would have a chance in his mind. He doesn't, but he thinks he will.
I do honestly have some beliefs like watching them. I do think like if you like jump 10 years and they were still friends, I think maybe in 10 years he might have a chance. I feel because just like their chemistry is like really cute.
Yeah.
Like and as its friends as well. But I'm just saying like if like let's say you jump 10 years and they were together, I would be like I'm cool with that. Or they're just friends, or they're just BFFs.
They're just buddies. They're just friendos.
I just like romance and stuff, guys.
I just want everybody to be happy.
I just want everybody to be happy and eat a rainbow of cupcakes and happiness. She doesn't even go here. I don't remember the quote. I'm sorry.
I just want everyone. But Dipper, decides to place his blame on the weird guy because that's who he bumped into and prevented him from going to keep Robbie away from Wendy. So he finds that guy and he gets all mad. He says, "Hey, you've been following us around. What's your deal? What's this?" So they kind of confront him, and then we see his camouflager go kind of wonky, and they figure out, you're from the future. And he's a little, he doesn't really like that. He's a nervous kind of guy.
Yeah.
His name is Blandon. So he's from the future. He's from the year 2012.
So how far is that in the future?
About years from now.
So we don't know.
2012. Dipper figures out, hey, I can use your time travel machine, and I can just fix all that mistake I made. And Blendon is going to have none of that.
By the way, time machine's a tape measure.
It's a tape measure, yeah. It's like you just extend it to the amount of time you want, and you just go, zoop, and there you go.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's easy. It's easy peasy. It's so simple, a 12-year-old could use it. But Blendon's not having it, but they manage to get him to go on a ride where he has to take his belt off, so then they steal it, and then they go to the past.
If and you could guess
15 pounds! And yes, I am a witch.
Tell him.
Well, time to round up a mob.
Hey, Wendy.
There you are. Hey, what happened here?
Wait, what happened?
Nothing. Hey, look, what's that?
Whoa, check it out.
What happened to the
Duck
versions that
or
were already
panda,
there?
But I want one.
One ball, please.
I think
You
they
only get
replaced
one chance.
themselves.
That's
Okay.
what you think. One panda duck coming right up.
You got it.
For second chance, don't mess this up.
No, Wendy, look out!
My eye!
What?
They have to go back again, don't they?
The exact same thing happened twice. It was spooky.
Ooh, maybe it's a time curse.
No, I just need to try again.
No.
Third time's the charm.
How hard can it be?
Find the witch!
Find the witch. Find her.
Just say Wendy Duck.
That's what I have to do.
It's gonna happen again.
Ow! My eye!
Oh, bad luck.
You know what? At least Mabel's having fun.
No, she's having a good time.
Wendy, how badly do you want that stuffed animal thing?
More than anything in the world, Dipper.
Okay.
Just tell her to duck.
I love my pants!
It's not.
Whoa, you can't leave. I need you for my plan.
But what about Waddles?
It'll just take a few minutes.
But
Let's go.
Waddles.
But Waddles. Waddles.
You're a stuffed creature of indeterminate species, miss.
Oh, awesome.
Stop creature of indeterminate species.
There you are, Wendy.
Hi, Robbie.
So I was wondering if you
Look what Dipper got for me.
Whatever. Can't even tell what species it is. Stupid.
Aw.
It's his deal. Shh. Looks like I came to the fair with the right guy.
Aw.
We have a winner!
Anytime, Broseph.
But Waddles.
Now to win my pig.
It's all yours, no one else's. Whole 15-poundy, yours forever.
That bitch.
How could she? No. After examining it, they go back 6 hours, and Dipper tries to fix things again.
And Mabel just wants to relive the greatest moment of her life.
Yeah. Mabel just gets to relive meeting Waddles, which is great. That's
Yay!
great for her. She's having a fantastic day.
Yeah.
Dipper, not so much.
No.
Because he tries to do it again, and he ends up, and he gets the bottles down, but the thing still ricochets, hits Wendy. Robbie's there, and it just keeps going and going and going. No matter how many times he tries, he can't seem to get it right.
No.
So Dipper does. He ends up doing a lot of math, trying to figure out like what's gonna do it, what's gonna fix it. So eventually he figures out that the one thing missing from the equation was Mabel.
No.
So if he can just borrow Mabel for a couple minutes, then they'd be able to fix it.
But she needs to get Waddles.
Yeah, but Waddles will still be there. Waddles will still be there when she gets back, right? Will he? So they enact that plan again. So Dipper throws the ball. It goes all kinds of places. Mabel's there to help lead it in the right direction. The bottles fall over. They win the creature of indeterminate species. And Robbie comes over to ask Wendy out. But she is way too excited about the stuffed animal that she got. And Robbie, he gets kind of flustered and walks away. And Dipper is having the best day. But meanwhile, when Mabel's done helping, goes out to get Waddles. It turns out Waddles has been taken by Pacifica Northwest.
That bitch.
That bitch.
And what did she want with the pig?
That's a great question.
Like, it wasn't even a thing where, like, she saw that Mabel wanted it and then got it for herself. Mm-hmm. Like, she in that time, she wouldn't have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So what does she want the pig for?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, the pig Waddles didn't want to go with her. He knows.
He knows. He's a very good judge of character. So Mabel is crushed. Totally crushed.
Mm-hmm.
So she lets Dipper know, say, hey, we hit Waddles, we have to do this again. And Dipper's like, whoa, I did the math. This is the only possible way that, I can get what I want. So,
And, and also I found where, Wendy and Dipper go into the love tunnel of corn dogs.
Yeah.
A bunch of times.
But they have fun with it. I think they're more there for the corn dogs, not the love.
Well, Dipper's
probably there for the love. Wendy's more about the corn dogs, I'm sure.
I think even with Robbie, she was there for the corn dogs. I just feel like Wendy just is really not that much into dating.
Yeah.
She just kind of
I think she just dates as a fun thing, not a serious thing.
Yeah. Which is fine when you're 15.
That's what you do when you're 15. You just enjoy life, man.
Anyway.
What's wrong? Mabel, what? I'll just wait until you're done.
I'm done.
Okay, what is wrong?
We messed up the timeline.
In any other timeline, Wendy ends up going out with Robbie. I can't mess this day up.
She's not going out with you.
Don't go, then I'll lose Waddles forever.
Hey!
Oh, no.
Fight.
Oh,
no! When are we?
The real question is, when are we? Oh, wait. Did you already?
I already. Yeah, it's the same thing. Do you hear that?
Where's the tape measure? Oh, no.
Bison.
Are they bison or buffalo?
Bison.
What's the difference? Okay. Oh, it's gonna end like Lion King.
Long live the king.
Dysentery! Who wants dysentery? Forge ahead, mighty oxen, for a new
We're on the
life
Oregon
awaits
Trail.
us on this
Yay.
Oregon Trail.
Hey!
Is it like the game?
Okay.
You sent us back
There was
150
dysentery,
years,
so.
genius. It's pioneer times.
By Trembly!
Hey,
Bertilia,
you made Pacifica
it
get
seems you've given
Waddles.
birth to 2 more children.
It appears I have. More little hands to render the tallow.
I'll mess with whatever I want. Check it out. A magic button machine. Shoes that blink. Whoa. Hey, sister. Guess who gets to vote in the future? Lady!
Yeah!
So, Dipper and Mabel fight because Mabel really wants to go back and save Waddles. Dipper,
As she should.
As she should. She's totally in the right for that.
Totally.
But Dipper, wants to keep things the way that he thinks is right. So they fight and they end up getting the tape measure caught on something and it throws them all the way back in the past.
To the 90s and the Oregon Trail.
Yeah. Yeah, they're somehow in a video game. That's so weird, right? How did that happen?
Have you ever played Oregon Trail?
I've actually never played Oregon Trail.
It's funny. I didn't play. I think people said you played it in the 90s and it was the hardest game ever, but I never played it.
Mm-hmm.
But I found it all. If you literally just Google Oregon Trail, you can probably find the game and just play it on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I beat it the second time.
Nice, good job.
I think it's because it's honestly because you get less. I think because it's different levels, And like if you play on like the level where you have the least amount of money, you get more points if you win. I just played at the highest level and beat it.
Nice.
I don't know if anybody died because like people can die,
but who cares? Somebody's gonna get dysentery.
Oh my god, there's so much dysentery.
Dysentery. Have you ever seen the Starkin musical Oregon Trail?
Yes, I love it. That's good.
Special shout out to the Starkin musical Oregon Trail because it's really good.
Yeah. Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls. But so I want to take a minute to appreciate the line where they end up where they are and Dipper says, "When are we?" Usually in a time travel movie, it's like, "Where are we?" And the person's like, "More importantly, when are we?" But like they like both say it, so it's like really funny. And like I loved Gravity Falls is so self-referential in that sense, and like where it like references tropes and like kind of lampshades them, and I just have a lot of fun with that.
And then they get into a wagon, they just start messing with time. What Mabel does, because she's mad, as she should be.
Yeah, Dipper's like, "We can't mess with anything." And Mabel's like, "We're going to mess with stuff." So she teaches them about high fives, gives them a calculator, and talks about women's suffrage. So
high five. You said high fives, right?
High five. So
and braces and light up shoes.
It's true. So I always had like a theory that I always had that you see like the one baby had like a bandage on its face.
No, I didn't.
There's like a baby, like the mom was holding had like a bandage on his face. And I was like, when I first watched the show, I was like, wait, is that McGucket?
That wouldn't make sense though.
And then like you realize like mathematically it wouldn't make sense, but also it's Gravity Falls.
And so, McGuckin's like,
and he's crazy, so we really don't know what he's been up to.
And he kind of sounds like an old like prospector.
Yeah. So that was always like a thing.
Is that a thing though? Because like you literally just said that. Is that actually true? Or
it's one of those things where I'm like, it could be. But then like later, it's like probably not. But then like could be. So like we're at a point where I feel comfortable stating that theory, but also because I don't think it will heavily impact other stuff. But it's something to think about.
Okay.
So it's just funny.
Oh no! What the hell?
It's coming!
Is that this?
Yeah, it's the baby.
This feature seems neat.
It's the time baby.
I'm coming, Waddles!
Hey!
The Gobble Monk?
I've seen it again! But enough about me. Behold, me!
Why is there a flashback episode, like 9 episodes in? What? Aw. This is like a fun flashback.
What did you do?
I don't know!
So then they try to go to a different time. They end up in the time of dinosaurs. Whoops.
Like you do.
And then they go to the future where we see people are running, and there's the time baby, which was referenced in like the notes of the of, like the last episode, which was really good. The irrational treasure. That's the one. So I thought that was really funny. So we have the time baby,
and it's like an apocalypse, even though Mabel likes that.
Yeah, she's into the apocalypse, but so that's what's going on in the distant future. And the suits they're wearing are the same suits as like the time police later. Yeah. So I guess Blendon Blandon isn't from a great time.
Yeah.
Whoops. Then as they keep trying to jump around, they end up going to certain events from like earlier in the series. So like the first episode, second episode, like all episodes leading up to this, we get to see they're kind of
which is weird. So technically a flashback episode, but like not really, and it was funny.
Not really. So I think I'll address that towards the end. And so they at one point they are like sort of really in the past, because then we get to see a young
Stan.
Yep, yeah. Yeah, as a young Stan opens the thing. Oh, that's a spoiler. So young Stan opens the door. He's like, what? And we're like, hey, he's young.
Yeah.
That's in the past. So that was really funny. So they come back to the present, and they find out it's the time where everything is the way Dipper wants it.
Yeah. Get Waddles!
No!
Get Waddles!
Give me that thing! Dipper, give it back!
Look, Dipper, let's like be nice and get Waddles back for
It's
Mabel.
over, okay? Give it up!
He was my soulmate!
You said that about a ball of yarn once. Do you really want Wendy to date Robbie?
I don't know.
Look at them.
That wouldn't be there because time paradox, guys.
You're not
Don't think about
guilt-tripping me, Mabel. Not this time.
Do it. Do it.
A month. She'll be better in a month.
Won't be.
Nope.
Aww.
Waddles.
And if you look
They
to
were
your
meant
left,
to
you'll see
be.
miserable Mabel, the girl who went bonkers after her dreams were shattered by some heartless jerk. Oh, hey, Dipper.
Wendy, I just wanted to say that people make mistakes. And when they do, you should forgive them. And also that tight pants are overrated.
Dude, you lost me.
I know. One ball, please.
You only get one chance.
Ain't that
And a
true?
one, and a two, and a...
Ow! My eye!
Hey, Wendy, are you okay? You know, this is the perfect time for me to ask you.
Is it really?
It is done.
At least Mabel still loves him.
Pig! Aren't you, Waddles?
Look at him! So good.
Yay!
Haha, get
Gonna
wrecked.
break your heart, Mabel.
Do you have any idea how many rules you've just broke?
Well, they fixed it.
You are under arrest for violations of the Time Traveler's Code of Conduct.
It was those kids and their leader, Waddles.
That's a key, Blendon.
I'll get you for this. I'll go back in time and make sure your parents never meet.
Is he coming back?
Well, we're still here.
I guess he forgot to go back.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, haircut. Take your best shot.
Derek, stand. Oh. Get him, Waddles.
My pants! They're shrinking! Get...
Oh. Rip.
Oh, man.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do. That'll do.
That'll do.
Aww. So, Mabel's really depressed, so she kind of starts, hitting her head on the totem pole. And Dipper's like, yeah, you'll be fine in the future. Like, you'll be fine, tomorrow. And then she's not fine. And then a week ago, she's not fine. A month from now. And, she's still upset about Waddles.
As she should be.
As she should be, because Waddles is so important.
I keep noticing this, and I noticed this even with the next episode, and I don't it's not a bash on the show, but I guess I'm more interested in following Mabel around than I am Dipper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate Dipper; he's a fine guy,
Mm-hmm.
but his plot lines are they're kind of generic, and even Mabel's are, but Mabel's just such a big personality, and I love her so much.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Yeah, she's
I don't know if anybody else
she
feels
makes it fun.
I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but it's kind of if you're just following Dipper around, he does some fun stuff, but he's just not as he's honestly just not as interesting as Mabel.
Yeah, his Dipper's more about the mystery of it, but Mabel's just having a fun summer.
Do people feel that way though? That Mabel's more fun than Dipper?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
definitely.
long as I'm not alone in this.
No, you're definitely not alone in this.
Okay.
So Dipper realizes that what he's got to do is he's got to make it right.
Well, I kind of find it funny because Mabel trying to guilt him a bit, and then he's like, "No, you'll forget about it a day," and then he keeps going forward, and it's she's not, and he's just like that is something positive about Dipper that he does love Mabel.
He cares about his sister
a lot. They care about it. He loves his sister so much. He's kind of okay.
I say this a lot, but I feel this show gets siblings. I feel sometimes you can tell a person who's written a show doesn't have a sibling because the way they write it, that's not really how siblings work. But this show, I feel always gets it really real.
They might fight sometimes and they might do bad things, but in the end they still love each other.
Yeah, they can fight and kind of be selfish at times, but in the end of the day, they're gonna do what's right, and they're gonna stick up for each other and make sure the other one is doing well, which is more power to you, Gravity Falls. I just remembered something that happens later in the series.
Okay.
Not related to what I just said, but because I'm looking at a picture here, I'm and I don't, this is, I'll talk about that in a second. So Dipper sets it right. Mabel gets Waddles.
Yay!
And, she thanks him.
Pacifica gets an evil chicken. Mm-hmm. Thank God.
So now, Robbie and Wendy are officially going out. So, that's not going to get changed.
I honestly didn't think, because, there were, oh, no, there was something else. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Mm-hmm. The thing with, where Robbie kind of like felt like his pants got way too tight.
Yeah.
And like I kind of felt like that. Then the whole dating thing was just going to end at that point.
Right, because he was like, he's so silly.
I think that because like with like a lot of anime shows, like a plot point might come up, and then like it's like it usually gets like resolved or done, and then you don't actually mention it again. Mm-hmm. But like I was like interested, like they're still together. Okay.
Yeah. He even though he was kind of like he looked kind of silly, like when he's like whatever. So Blandon realizes that something's gone horribly wrong. So he takes the time machine back right before the time paradox avoidance enforcement squadron. And their members Lolf and Dungren. That's who those guys are.
Dolph Lundgren?
No, Lolf and Dungren.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
I just actually because I wasn't paying attention to their names.
Right, you have to say them both out loud right next to each other.
Lolf and Dolph Lundgren. Was Dolph Lundgren in like a time travel movie? I don't know.
I'm gonna click this wiki page. Oh, it's the film Universal Soldier.
Oh,
that's what it's a reference to.
I never actually seen the movie, but okay,
I have not. A film. It's a 1971 film.
That's fine. Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, Blandon gets arrested for his crimes, even though it was the kids and their leader Pig who did it all. Blandon is still arrested, and he is made to kind of clean everything up. So Blandon he threatens them, says that he's gonna make Dipper and Mabel's like life by making sure their parents never meet, very like Back to the Future style punishment. But then we finish kind of the callback from later, which was the future guys use their futuristic ray guns to break the ray dunk tank machine.
Yeah, and then Dipper and Mabel wonder like, were they causing the paradox? Mm-hmm. Were they?
They were.
They were the cause.
They were causing the paradoxes.
But then they fixed it.
Yeah, because Blandon was there in the area because there were some time paradoxes going on that he had to fix. And those were all caused by Dipper and Mabel.
But then they they didn't fix like the super time travel paradox.
Yeah, they didn't fix a lot of stuff. But yeah. So anyway, then Robbie's kind of made a fool of, and then they all laugh, and then
you have broken the eternal laws of space-time.
See, all you need to do is just not do that, and everything would have been fine.
Up all of the anomalies.
Old man McGucket, local kook. Are the wax figures alive, man?
Why are we?
So if you go back and watch these episodes, he's in them.
What are you looking at?
Wait, what?
Yeah. We're kind of finished the episode. So the end credit scene here is Blandon going back and fixing all the things that Dipper and Mabel kind of messed up when they were running through all of those episodes. So what I told you, and you were kind of surprised about, if you go back and watch those episodes, you see Blandon in the background.
I didn't even think about that. Because like I just assumed that like obviously like if you like have a time travel thing, like one, don't do that all the time because like it's really hard to handle. I don't think the show handled it great. Okay. Honestly, because like
if you think too much about it, like stuff stops making sense. But it's like if you don't think about it a lot,
honestly, I think if you think about like any time travel movie, like even the greatest one, Back to the Future,
it's true.
If you think about it too hard, it still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because it's time travel.
Yeah. But because like there's the point like, well, maybe like still have the pictures of her and Waddles, and I'm like, well, she wouldn't have them in that timeline, obviously. But I guess like when he did that, I just wasn't assuming to be in the episode. So I'm like, oh, okay, like this happened now, so we're like, that's my thing. Like if like you show something like beforehand, and then you do like a weird like time travel thing, and then something pops up later, I'm just like, okay, well then different timelines. Obviously, it's fine.
Yeah, but no, so they're all part of the same timeline. So that's kind of the thing. So this kind of brings up an interesting problem of me as like the fan reaction as we discuss this. So I went back and forth a lot on whether to bring up the appearance of this weird looking guy in like past episodes. And like I really struggled because there's a lot of stuff where there's little kind of hints of things early that gets brought up later. And I really have to kind of figure out if it's worth saying, or by saying it, is it a spoiler? So I think a good example is the Blandon appearances in episodes like 1 through how many?
I think it's like 1 through 3.
No, they had a few.
I thought it was just
we can go
3.
back.
Okay. Because there was the gnome monster. There was the Gobblewonker. There was the wax things.
Yeah. I thought there was another one, but maybe
I thought that was it.
So we'll kind of have to see. I think it's probably listed down here in the continuity thing. So that's not something that I'm always like, oh, should I bring that up or should I not? Because there are certain things that I'm like, oh, I want to say that because it's interesting. Because watching it the first time around, like I noticed that stuff. Like, because I was in the fandom, I wasn't just watching it on my own. I was kind of involved with the fandom, which was a lot of fun to be involved with first time around because a lot of people would kind of dissect this. We would all kind of get together, dissect it, and say like, hey, this is weird, or like, hey, this doesn't match up right. I think is this something that's intentional, or is it this kind of a mistake by the people who made it later turns out to be intentional? So, and then be like, hey, there's this weird guy who keeps appearing in the background. So like, as kind of a fandom, you kind of point these things out. You're like, oh, I wonder when this is going to get addressed or if it's ever going to get addressed. Watching it later, you know that it's going to get addressed later. So do you bring it up or do you not bring it up? So that's kind of an interesting thing watching this series.
So wait, is there more to it then?
Well, there's like other little things that unrelating to this specifically.
Okay, because I was going to say like, oh, it's just like he pops up because of time travel. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah. But there's other stuff that's like references to like, things that will happen later. So that's kind of puts me, I feel like, in an interesting position. But yeah, Blend Blame was like an early example because he's like in the background. I'm like, do I point out the weird guy? Do I not point out the weird guy? But it was fun for you being like, what? Never seen this guy before. What?
You'll have fun editing that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I seen it! I seen it again!
This is mean.
Old Man McGucket, local kook. Are the wax figures alive? And follow-up question.
Oh. So he was actually in the episode.
Yeah, he is like in the real episode. So like, yeah, like earlier when you're watching it, you can see it. So that's cool. Like I like stuff like that. I like when you can go back and be like, oh wait, this dude.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. So I think that's all I have to say about that. Let's check out some of the trivia. The title is probably referenced to the novel Time Traveler's Wife. Yeah, we kind of figured that out.
There's a movie that I've seen some of with Eric Bana and Rachel McAdams. Although that one, I don't know if that chimed, because that's like a weird one where it's like, because like there's like an older version of Eric Bana and a younger version of Eric Bana, and like the thing is, it's like he just time travels, like, and he can't like control it.
Yeah,
he just like has a sickness, and then like, but he like has certain points, but like he does follow a timeline,
right?
But he goes back and forth like several versions of him.
Yeah,
and one of them involves Rachel McAdams, but like that's like his wife, and they fall in love, and blah blah blah. And it's so like it's like, and like one version, like I think like the first time that he meets her is like she's already known him since like she was like a 6-year-old because like she still met an older version of him, which meant that like he's known that like this person's gonna be his wife for a long time, which is a bit weird. And then also like they try to have a baby, but then every time they do, the baby just like disappears because it's a time travel ability.
It's messed up.
And then other stuff happens.
That's super messed
but
up.
it's a romance movie, so I guess. And there's like this weird
romance.
There's a weird part in the trailer, where like Rachel McAdams and Eric Bana are having a fight because of like, like obviously if your husband time travels constantly, it's gonna put a strain on the relationship.
It's true.
And then he's like, you had a choice, and she's like, I never had a choice. And I'm like, you kind of did.
No, you did.
I get that you love him,
yeah,
like you really love him, but like you could have just not married him.
It's true.
I don't like. So like that was like I don't like that when you're like, oh, I never had a choice when it comes to being with you, and I'm like, no, I mean like you can't control who you love, but you can control your actions. Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls. What a good point. Not a lot of trivia in this episode. Weird. Waddles. That's true. Waddles is the most important thing
I don't think I'd ever want to own a pet pig, honestly. Like, they're just kind of, like, Waddles is adorable, but they're kind of gross. Like pigs. And they, like...
So, did you notice that when they were in the covered wagon, the one guy driving the ox said, bye, Tremblay? That's a reference to Quentin Tremblay. So that's just like a small thing, but I appreciate it. Let's see.
And the woman had like 6 kids and was pregnant again. Was that it?
Yeah, she had so many kids.
I think that was normal back then because you needed people to work the field.
It's true.
And like if you don't want to hire them.
Yeah, she didn't look very happy about
that.
And
sex is fun.
So the cryptogram in this episode is says not H.G. Wells approved. H.G. Wells wrote a famous novel called The Time Machine.
Yes.
So,
I'm aware of that.
Yes.
Oh, no, never mind. I was thinking it was like something of like one of those like authors who was like actually incredibly racist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if H.G. Wells was or not.
I think you're thinking of
H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, Lovecraft.
He was. What's his last name actually? Lovecraft.
Actually, that's a great question. To the internet.
I'm not saying and also I'm not saying H.G. Wells wasn't racist because of time period.
His name was Lovecraft.
Like actually?
Yeah.
Like
Howard Phillips Lovecraft. What a big chin this man has.
Wait, hold on. But like, why would his family name was Lovecraft? He didn't change it?
Yeah, correct.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm on the internet right now.
That's such a weird last name, though. Like that's something you would change. Like that's like a changing last name.
Just sometimes.
Like I know he created our great Lord Cthulhu. I think did he create Cthulhu?
Yes.
Like, but like also kind of a racist.
Call of Cthulhu.
I think he was racist or like anti-Semitic or
he was
sexist
one of those.
or all of them.
I think he was all of them. I feel like sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just be like that.
I don't know what H.G. Wells was though. Herbert Garrett Wells.
Herbert George. Oh, you're right on the Herbert. Good job. All right, awesome.
I'm assuming time period.
Good job.
Was he a racist?
He was a socialist.
Does that mean you're racist?
No.
What is that? I don't.
No, there's some good socialists out there. Anyway,
Gravity Falls.
Do you have any other thoughts on this episode before we move on?
It was fine. It was a fine episode. I think like if the main focus is Dipper, I'm not super interested. Let's like Dipper and the mystery of Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
So
right.
but I like Waddles.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. I feel like there's so many like Dipper and Wendy episodes. As far as like Dipper is just likes Wendy, and that's the episode. We've had like 3 of those episodes so far.
Yeah.
And it's not the last. Anyway, so when we come back, we're going to review episode 10, Fight Fighters.
Speaking of not the last.
Stay tuned.
Wait, hold on.
Yep.
Did you just melt my brain?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, yep. Blendon. He's in the... there he is.
Crap.
Okay, there he is. Hold
on, let me test that.
Yeah.
Fighters?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
What?
There he is.
What?